Time has come. Gonna have to bash some bunnies. Afternoon, folks. As mentioned in the last video, we have got a lot of rabbits around here. Too many rabbits. I don't mind a few, and I like to see them running around actually, but right now we're getting into proportions that are not only are they eating more grass than my cattle, I think, at the minute, they're digging holes everywhere. Everywhere in my lawn, in the footpaths, in the ground, there's holes. And as somebody quite correctly mentioned in the last video, is you have to be careful with rabbit holes because cattle can break their feet, legs, whatever. They can break bones in rabbit holes if they're running around, so we don't want that. So we're going to have a little bit of a thin. I don't normally do a lot of shooting this time of year because rabbits have got babies and I hate the idea of anything starving. So I do intend to go out and bash some bunnies tonight, but I will be looking at sub-adults. I'm looking at stuff that will not be feeding babies. It still sounds a bit tight because you're taking youngsters, but you know what, I'll try and take sort of mid-grown stuff that is still big enough to put in the pot. You know, I can still take the legs off of it and the back end and have a good stew out of it. So I do like a rabbit casserole. So this is my preferred longer range rabbiting rifle. This is Brown & T-bolt with the composite stock. The reason I chose the composite stock, one, it doesn't scratch, it's really easy to keep clean and look after, and the other thing is, if you come around here, put it down, it comes with a spare magazine holder in the butt, which is very handy if you happen to run out of rounds. So I think it's 10 the magazine holds. Never actually counted, I just put them in there. And we are shooting a 17 grain ballistic tip bullet. We're using a Hornadiz. And I'm happy to take a bunny with this, sort of 200 yards I think is enough. I mean, my longest bunny is more than that, but I'm averaging about between 100 and 180 yards for a rabbit. So, and this thing does the business convincingly. Mounted on top, I've got my BSA Sweet 17. This sight is actually designed for this round. There's two settings on there. I can set it for, or I can adjust it for a 17 grain round, which is what this is, or a 20 grain round. If I want to go for a slightly heavier bullet, I found 17 grain is more than adequate to do what I want to do. So basically the sight's got all the bits and bobs. I've got illuminated reticule if I want it. I've got all my side and lateral adjustments, my windage adjustments. I've got my holdover adjustments on the top, and I've got my focus on the end. So literally, I'm going to set up position later on. I know that the range I'm on is going to be 100 meters. So literally, I'm going to just have the 100 meters. No, back of it. I know glasses on. 100 meters. That's the only problem I found with this sight actually. I need glasses these days. I can't read that. So again, I'm going to set up tonight. I'm going to know my range that I'm averaging at, and I'll just set the sight, and if I'm 20 or 30 either way, I'll just hold over or under. So that's my rimfire. My other rabbiting rifle, which I'll do briefly with you, is this. This is Daystate Huntsman. This is the Regal XL. This is the rifle that I would have given my eye teeth for when I was a youngster. I mean, I shot a lot when I was young. I might have mentioned it once or twice before, but this is the one. 30 foot-pound, and I'm using Bisley Magnums, these fellas, and I'm chucking out a 22.2 is it grain projectile. So a bunny up to 50-60 meters, not a problem. This thing will absolutely do the business. I've only got a fairly basic BSA target and hunting sight on there. it's got mill dots for adjustments on there, and you know what? For what I want to do, it's basic, it's simple, but it does the job. I haven't found the need so far to spend hundreds and hundreds of pounds on a more expensive scope. We'll do something with this later on, but for now, or for today, it's a bit windy out there, so I'm going to be taking this chap out for some exercise later on. I might take you guys with me on a head cam, and I might go through perhaps a little bit of bushcraft or something, but you know what, most of you know how to shoot a rabbit. I'm not going to do any blood and gore. I'm not really going to do any glorification of shooting things, because I'm not like that. But you know, I do secretly enjoy a bit of shooting. Anyway, out in the field, I'll test the sights. Sorry about that. Slightly from my left to right, so coming from that direction, but it is generally shouldn't make a big difference. Okay, everything's clear. 75. Meters. Bit of a rock on the table here. Go forward. In there just to make sure. Looked good. Right, magazine's out. Put you on the floor. We're gonna have a wander down, shall we? I was aiming for there, so there's one. There's the second one. Is that the first one or the second one? So I think the first round, I think I pulled it ever so slightly to the left, so that's what I'm aiming for. So I think I'll put a target a bit further up, away from the wire there. I want to aim a bit higher. Should try that. There's a feather, that'll do. Righto, so yonder feather will represent my bunny, and we're shooting from up the house, so which is probably about 80 meters actually, so I'll pace it out and then I'll let you know. 59, 60, 61 to the gate. Two, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 72, and again 2, 3, 4, 5, 7. So about 75 meters. So you should be flat at that anyway. Right then, try it again. So I've moved position onto slightly firmer ground. Take two, feather's going to get some. pick the brass up. Bit windy for zero in sights, but I don't think we're far away. I can put one more down, I think. Let the wind draw a second. You know, I can choose a different target. Feel it pushing on my left cheek. Just calm down. I reckon I'm pulling slightly left again. Perhaps I'm overcompensating. Stay there, we're going to have a look. And the ducks have decided to come out, poke a bit in the pond now, so let's put pay to that. So, one. Looks like I'm going to the left. Although my second target, that's what I was aiming for. I was compensating a little bit for the wind, but the wind is pushing from left to right, so I wasn't compensating that much. So that says we ain't far away. Didn't go through. A bit more confident with that. Okay, bunny busting, here we come. Might have to take the caps off, might I? Forgot that bit. Don't fall down the hole.